Well, what's good, everybody? What is good? What is good? MFFLs, YouTube, what's good, everybody? Welcome to a brand spanking new edition of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Sun Sports YouTube channel. If you guys don't know by now, I go by that boy Rail, and joining me is the man who is personally flying the team back to Dallas, and that's my boy King. What's up, man?
Nothing much, brother. Good win today. Should be a better show after everyone wanted to erase the whole team last show. So let's get into it.
Yeah, everybody wanted to trade the whole team last game.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into all that tonight, man. I think my co-host is already, already kind of broke the news here. We already know that was a huge win for the Mavs tonight, a huge comeback win for the Dallas Mavericks. We are going to get into that tonight for sure. But before we do that, guys, we gotta let you know how this works. If you're new to the show, we give you our overall reaction to the show. Then we give you our positives, our negatives, and then we get the game ball, no matter the wins or the losses. And of course, the most important part of the show goes to you, the viewers. We're probably the only Mav show on YouTube that actually interacts with you, the fans of the Dallas Mavericks, here on this show. We let you guys hold it down here in the last part of the show with your questions and your comments. We post your questions and your comments throughout the show, but we will address them at the end of the show. King, I know you don't want to talk about the Mavs today, bro. So you want to go ahead and cut this short?
We can cut it short, man. It ain't much to talk about other
Ain't
than
much to talk
we got
about,
we got the best point guard in the NBA. But let's do
Ooh,
this.
let's get into it then.
Let's
King, I
go.
returned it up. All right, here we go. Of course, your Dallas Mavericks win a huge comeback, 107 to 101 to the Golden State Warriors in San Francisco. That is key right there. All right, King, let's go ahead and get into the top performers. Luka with a nice little game today, 34 11. He only had 2 assists, but we're going to get into that. Steph Curry with 27, 4, and 10. Let's go ahead and get into these stats, King. This is important here. Golden State shot 42% from the field, but 28% from three. We're going to touch on that here in a minute. Dallas shot 58% from the field, but shot 38% from three. So I want to touch on something real quick, King, before you go in. This right here is very important right here. I want y'all to look at this. So this right here was the game before Dallas went on that run in the fourth quarter. So with 11:28 left in the game, that's what the score to the game was. The rest of the way, Dallas went on a 19-1 run to cut it down to 94 to 93. Huge comeback for the Dallas Mavericks in the fourth quarter, but we're gonna get into that. So let's get into it, King. You ready, man?
Let's do it.
All right, man.
Let's do it.
Give us your overall reaction. Not tomorrow, not last night, but tonight. Go ahead.
Best point guard in the NBA. I basically want to take the day to thank you for having me on this show, brother. I know since we've started this, we haven't always agreed on every single, detail about this team, but we have, been on the same bandwagon about this team and knowing this team could be better and it was missing pieces and things like that. But I feel like we've talked about Nico in this trade now. Kristaps Porzingis. Well, sorry, that guy still has not played a game yet for the Washington Wizards.
Right.
We have Davis Bertans out there shooting the ball way better than KP did when KP was here. We have Davis Bertans again. Wow, this is wild that I'm about to say this. Is playing better individual one-on-one defense than KP did while he was a Dallas Maverick. That's not coming from the outside, leaving his man blocking the shot and all. That's just one-on-one defense, mano-a-mano. He's playing better defense than Kristaps Porzingis or that guy. Spencer Dinwiddie, after the first 2 games of trying to fill it out and just being the assist man, it's starting to show guys why would you – we got Spencer – they gave us Spencer Dinwiddie for Kristaps Porzingis. I wanted Spencer Dinwiddie from the beginning of the season. Before the season even started, he was one of the guys on my list as far as wanting him to come on this team. Man, what can I say, man? It's another guy that can create a shot. He's the second best creator on the team other than Luka Doncic. No disrespect to Jalen Brunson, who's still emerging, but Spencer is a guy that's taken a team to the playoffs, basically as the guy on the team 2 years in a row, and people forget about that. Like I know we want Zach LaVine and stuff like that, but Spencer Dinwiddie has taken a team basically by himself to the playoffs 2 years in a row. We have that guy on our team now. I feel like guys weren't prepared for some of the passes he was given early on, because they weren't expecting another guy other than Luka to be able to drop all those type of passes, I should say. Um, just all around great game, man. First half, the defense wasn't looking too great, and then out of nowhere, like we almost held them to under 100 points because the Mavericks just turned it on. And you showed the stat where it said maybe 28% from three. I think they shot. I want to say Golden State was shooting like 70% from three in the first quarter. So they started off that hot, and the end of the game only shooting 28%. Steph Curry had, I think, 22 at the half, 27 at the end of the game. This team, man, they are a one guy that can get you 10 points and 10 rebounds away from being that team that is the legitimate contender in the Western Conference or whatever. Jason Kidd continues to show you that he's a great coach. That offense wasn't a fluke in the beginning of the season where we all were like, how's this going to work? Got the pieces now. Like it's happening. We talked about that small lineup the last episode about could they possibly run small with taking Maxey out the game, leave the Dodo, running Reggie, keeping Reggie on the court with Spencer, JB, and Luka. J. Kidd went with that lineup at the end of the game. He took Maxey out the game actually and made the Warriors play to us with a small lineup, which I talked about the last episode. So, man, I'm just happy. Everything right now, I told you guys don't jump off the bandwagon yet. They just came out the All-Star break and didn't want it. We beat Golden State again. This is the second time this year. This time is in their home. We got one more against them, but I believe one of the guys in the group, I think it may have been Jay, told us that only Denver and Dallas are the only two teams in the NBA that have beaten Golden State more than one time this year. So that's kudos to the Mavs. And let's go, man. Free bingo space next game. I called that one. I'm calling that one. I'm going that hard. That's how much I'm disrespecting the Lakers right now and telling y'all the Mavericks are better than the Lakers and they should beat them. So let's go, man. Let's do this.
The Lakers are losing right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about by a few points. They're getting beat right now.
Yeah.
No, that was a good point, man. The thing that I noticed with this team, man, is the fact that, bro, they don't give up.
No.
They don't give up, man. They definitely fight. And I think tonight showed that the Dallas actually does have a good defense when they actually decide to play it. Because they decided to play it in the fourth quarter, and it showed. And I also like the fact that Dallas played faster, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I love Luka, but it's like they played a little bit faster when he was on the bench. When they had Dinwiddie taking over in the game or whatever. I'm gonna get into that with the positives, but yeah, just the fact that it looked bad, man, for like 3 quarters. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, man, this is one of them games. It's just gonna look nasty. It's like Dallas just decided they're continuing to be on their little break after the All-Star break. It's like, when are they gonna show up? And I don't know what Jason Kidd said to him in the fourth quarter. I think he said, okay, guys, now it's time. Let's go ahead and stop playing. All right, let's go and lock some cats up.
Yep.
Like I said, we're on a 19-1 run there towards in the beginning of the fourth quarter to cut it down to 94-93. Because, bro, they were stuck on like 94 for a minute. No, sorry, they were stuck on 93 for a minute.
Yeah.
Before they got to 94. It's been a minute. So, yeah, man, like I said, I like the fact, man, that we don't see this team, especially lately in this little run since January 1st, we don't see them lose a lot of back-to-back games.
No.
Now, we're not going to talk about that Orlando, Oklahoma City game, back-to-back. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Bro, I want to get into a lot of positives in this game, man. So let's go ahead and, I guess we can go ahead and get into that next, bro. What positive takeaways you got in this game?
2 snipers. I said that when we did the trade as well. Bertans is out there, man. That 1-3 from the top of the arc, like just a catch, turn around, just jacket, nothing but net. Like this dude, these guys, man. Spencer Dinwiddie, like you said, sped the game up, gave it a different flow. Was able to do some of the things Luka can do, but at a different level. Not as good as Luka. I want to say, I don't want to disrespect Luka, but just some of the things that
like I said, near elite level. I said that before.
Yes. So Spencer Dinwiddie can do those things. So it doesn't really make the team. It doesn't really distract from the team as much when Luka's off the court because you have another guy that can do some things that he does. I'm it's positives down the line, man. We'll get one guy. I'll get to him at the end. Um, the guy talked about your boy Dodo not deserving his money.
Shout out to Mike Bassick, man, for saying
Yeah,
one of the stupidest things I've heard in my life. But
and
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dodo just comes out and does another Dodo game and show you why. Jason Kidd said, I know they at least said on national broadcast. I was watching it, and they said that Jason Kidd after the last game, the first time all year where players come up to him and said, "I'm sorry, coach, I'll be better next game," was last game, and it was Dorian Finney-Smith after the game came to Jason Kidd and said that to him, and Dorian, stepped up this game. Dodo, we've told you on this show that we love you and we appreciate you, and I haven't been happy if anybody get a contract other than you, brother. Keep up the good work. That was foolishness, a foolish take. Somebody tried to say. JB only got you 8 points, but JB was in the flow of the game. Like JB played his role. I felt like again is that he was the third guy today. Like he wasn't that second guy that y'all needed today. He's like, Spencer, you're that dude. Go ahead and be the guy that you are, which was fine. I was fine with JB's performance. Dwight Powell didn't really give you anything, but we decided to go small today, so I understand why he didn't do much. Like I said, when we play small lineups, we need to make teams adjust to us as other teams do, and we did that tonight. And then, man, this was just Spencer Dinwiddie. Oh, sorry, Josh Green. Let me give Josh Green some love. And that little run where Luka was on the bench before Luka came back in, he was in Luka's spot. Josh Green was out there doing cuts.
Yeah, he did like a little freaky layup in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
man.
Josh,
see out
here, contorting in the air and everything. All right,
he's one offensive skill away, man. But did you see Luka Doncic and how free and how easy it was for him to close this game when the Golden State Warriors could no longer double team him? They were double teaming him the whole game. Spencer Dinwiddie goes off when he comes in the game, and then when Luka's able to return, he's able to drive to the rim and get so many easy buckets or easy passes for other guys because nobody could double team him. That was amazing to see, and I know you saw it, brother, so I'm going to let you go ahead and talk.
Bruh, this is what I was telling you about, 2 videos ago, or maybe it was last video. I was telling you, this is why I said if Dallas had just that one guy, if you had that one guy like a Spencer Dinwiddie who can create for himself, well, in his case, he's a near elite. He's not super elite, but he looked like he was elite tonight, though. Yeah. But the fact that he can create his own shot, that makes it a whole lot easier for Luka. Because it had like one little spurt there towards the end where they kind of pulled off by like 7, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And Luka and Dinwiddie like they was playing like a 2-man game. Yep, bruh. Who you gonna stick on that play? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. And then Dinwiddie was doing what I was telling you too when I said how I want another guy. Luka was on the bench. Who carried this team in that little run they had? They won 19-1 run.
That was your boy Dinwiddie.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, bro. Listen, you get a guy that look. If like I said, I love Jalen Brunson, bro, but let's be real. He's not a number 2. Before we got Spencer, he was the number 2 for this team, but he's not a number 2 per se. And so you get a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a guy that can carry the offense when Luka's on the bench, and it showed in the fourth quarter. The dude's been clutch before, not just for us, but he's been clutch and in Brooklyn. I know a lot of people are thinking about the Spencer Dinwiddie from Washington. That's his only bad season he had. Yeah. And because he had that season because he just came off his surgery. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people been saying that, look, Spencer, as the season went on, he's getting better. And we said it too when he came over here in his first 2 games. We were kind of like, okay, he was kind of feeling himself out. Let me see how this offense was. Had about 5 assists on both of the games or whatever. Just kind of see how things are going. And then bam, I said it. You feel your way in. You get that week off from the All-Star break, and then you kind of get the offense going. I mean, you get used to the offense. They work you in and everything like that. As soon as you come back from the break, he had 2 20-plus point games. Mm-hmm. And this is the Spencer Dinwiddie that we expected. Man, listen. I need y'all to listen. For those who hated the Nico signing or who hated the move that Nico made, I think me and my co-host were probably one of the few who said, listen, this is probably one of the best moves that Dallas made. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that you got this guy in Spencer and you got a sharpshooter in Davis Bertans. I want y'all to understand this too. To me, Bertans is the kind of player, the kind of shooter that can change the dynamic of your team as far as it have going from an identity of being that solid offense team to that is a jump shooting team. This is a very good jump shooting team. He's that kind of player that can change the dynamic of your team that way. And like King said, now you got two sharpshooters. You got Reggie, and now you got Bertans. So what that's going to end up doing, if you put those two guys on the court at the same time, that's going to open the lanes up for a guy like Spencer or a guy like Luka or Jalen Brunson. That's going to open the lanes up for these guys. And so, listen, hands down, no questions asked, we won that trade. King, once again, how many points did KP have tonight in that game?
About -2.
Oh, okay. I
Something
was
like
just wondering. I haven't keeping track, man. I heard you've been doing pretty
that.
good over there at the Wizards right now. You've been doing pretty well.
Yeah.
The thing is, like I said, bro, this right here is what we expected, man. We finally got a guy off the bench, and I like the way that Kid these last two games, because he kind of mentioned it in the post game in that last game that he's gonna give Spencer and Bertans a little bit more run, which
Yeah.
is a good thing. You get these guys, like I said, Bertans can shoot the lights out. Spencer can just control the offense in general. He can score, man. He can set people up. And so you give guys like that more time. And tonight has proven, like, look, man, this is a player that Luke has not played with yet. I mean,
Yep.
probably the closest you could say is probably Dennis Smith, but not at that level. Like, Dennis Smith is not Spencer.
No.
That's completely different. We talking about a guy who was damn near an all-star a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And
Probably should have
so,
been.
yeah, he probably I think he should have been. But yeah. So, like I said, man, look, huge win for the Mavericks, man. I think this is a momentum swinger for Dallas. Because I think, like you said, I was kind of scared that the All-Star break kind of killed their momentum as far
Hmm.
as like the way they were playing on offense and of course their defense, since January 1st or whatever. So the way they played tonight, man, Spencer Dinwiddie, man. Luka got a guy that can get him a consistent
Yeah.
20 plus points. I'm saying that, man. You give Luka somebody like that, man, a guy like that at that a near elite level, bro, it's the sky's the limit. Now, the
Yep.
only thing I think you've been touching on for the last 800 years is we need a big guy. If we
Yeah.
can get a big guy, because it's starting to show, man, the way, because you even had Kevon Looney out there, you know what I'm saying, looking like Sean Kemp or somebody on the boards out there, bro. And I'm just,
Mhm.
we got to get a big dude. But I guess for now, we're going to just have to,
Deal with what we got.
yeah, deal with what we got, man. Just the zones and all that stuff, man. Something that they're gonna have to sit in for just until I don't know why Nico and them don't want to go after say like a Robin Lopez, somebody like that, man. Cause we can use some size down there in the paint. Unless Kid is happy with the way the offense is and the way they're playing faster, I guess that's what it is. Because, like I said, in that fourth quarter, they played a whole lot faster, bro. A
Yep.
whole lot faster. And now that's the part I noticed. I'm like, okay, they playing a little faster out there, and I like that part.
Yep.
Like I think that's what Kid wanted to do going into the season. He wanted to play a little bit faster, but we all know that Luka plays at his own pace. You know what I'm
That
saying?
but also that rotation looks like it's set, man. Look like J Kid
Yeah.
has his rotation now. Look like those Sterling Browns, those guys we were like we hope get minutes and all, the Frank Ntilikina's and all. I think that's the wrap. I think it's over. I think we have our rotation now for the end of the season. Maybe we'll see what happens when Tim Hardaway returns, if he returns this year. But these guys, you have your 8 basically right now that you're going to play. So I think JK is rocking with that, man. Like I told you, I'm basically ready for the playoffs. I think this isn't the same Mav team. Like every time we try to label them as the same old Mavs, they show us they're not the same old Mavs. We got a guy in the Spencer Dinwiddie now that holds guys accountable. You see him out in the court now talking to the rest of the team and gathering
Yeah.
the team up and having huddles and all, trying to tell guys, hey, keep it together and all. Like, so that Goran Dragic stuff, leadership that I wanted, it seems like we may have it with Spencer Dinwiddie and all. So
Yeah.
Nico, we got Nico for Mark Cuban did it. He changed it up. Like we got to give him credit for that. He went this offseason and changed the direction of management, and it was for a reason. They don't want to talk. The Mavs organization never has liked to talk and tell everybody what they're going to do. They're probably going to keep that the same. So we have to just hope and pray that they got Nico for a reason. And so far, it's paying off, at least for me. As I
Me
said,
too.
he got rid of Josh Richardson, who was going to opt in, who did opt into his contract, and we got rid of that guy. He got rid of that guy that still hasn't played the game, the same amount of points as me and you since the All-Star break. So
I
he's
think I'm
rid of,
scoring more than him, King. I think I'm averaging more than him.
and I so far with these performances, I think teams would be wanting Spencer Dinwiddie, and it looks like if Spencer Dinwiddie keeps these type of performances up, he'll be worth more than his contract is right now. And Davis Bertans is being a sniper what his contract is worth. So we now have assets all over this team. We just went from a year ago thinking this team has no assets at all to now being like this team has plenty of assets. So this is a big summer again for the Mavs. I'm waiting to see the playoffs, like I said, again, to see what they do and the run they make. But this is a huge. This is the summer. This is Nico's summer. Like he gets his summer this year, and this is the summer I think all the big moves or that magic really, comes full circle.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Nico is going to need to do, man, is just focus on that big man,
Yeah.
focus on the big man.
That Tim Hardaway
Um,
contract
yeah, the Tim Hardaway contract. Yeah,
for a big
I
man,
I,
that
I kind of
worked.
got a feeling that they're going to want to keep Tim Hardaway. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong because
JB, JB and Tim Hardaway. JB for a signing trade with Tim Hardaway for a big man.
DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, hey, would you? I mean,
Man,
I do it.
man, listen, King. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You get DeAndre Ayton, bro. I'm gonna be way more optimistic than you, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro. I'll be way more optimistic than you, bro. All right, bro. Of course, y'all know with every positive, there are some negatives. King, we want to get into any negatives in this game?
Luca turnovers. First half they were
Yeah.
trapping him a lot though. I know the assist doesn't show it as much with the 2 assists, but he was getting a lot of the hockey passes today because they were like going straight at him. They were doubling him every time past half court. He couldn't make any moves. Excuse me. That was a negative. Maxi Kleber. I know you talked
Yeah.
about it a while ago and said he was in a slump, and I said I don't think it's the injuries or coming back from now. I think he'll be okay. And he had 2 good games as far as the 19 points, I think, and the 20 points.
Yeah.
But around those games, every other game seems to be like Maxi's been struggling. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. And I can't get too mad at him because when we have all these guys, like I said, it's everybody's not going to have a great night usually every game. So it's going to look like some guys are off certain games. So it led to a win. So I'm not going to go too hard on him. He still got 6 boards and an assist, I guess. So I'm fine with that. And then Dwight Powell didn't really do much, but we decided to go small ball. So that's my main negatives. And the defense in the first half or first
Three
quarter.
quarters.
It wasn't even really the first 3 quarters. It was more the first quarter. First quarter they went off. Second
Yeah,
quarter
they
and third
jumped. Yeah.
quarter, I could deal with it. We were trying to go back and forth, was trying to cut the lead down and all. And then fourth quarter was just a miraculous defensive performance. But yeah, that first quarter of defense was pretty awful. And no little nitpicks I'll do. But other than that, we showed we're a good team again tonight, man. And I told y'all we got the best point guard in the NBA. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, the assists tonight, man, were kind of suspect. We only had 16 assists. That's because your number one guy, like I said, they kind of were trapping him and trying to get the ball out of his hands at half court. The turnovers, like you said, Dallas is number one in the league in turnover, leading the league in less turnovers. They had 18 tonight, and it kind of showed. Like you said, that first quarter, maybe first going in this first little half of the second quarter, the defense was a little suspect, man. Some of the decisions too that Luke was making on some of his passes, man, was a little suspect. Like you said, man, like Maxi Kleber. This is another reason why I'm glad that we end up picking up Bertans and Dinwiddie, so you don't have to count on Maxi.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think those guys are good enough to score enough points to where Maxi's points you can just sprinkle them in amongst all the rest of them, and then like if you get like say we get Tim Hardaway back, that's gonna move Maxi down even further in the pecking
Yep.
order as far as touches and all that stuff, or in the pecking order as like where he fall at in that order, and so you don't have to count on his stuff as much. That way you don't have to put that much pressure on him. So that way when he does get the ball and shoot it, it's gonna be less pressure on him. He's just gonna be that guy that can hit timely buckets, you know what
Yep.
I'm saying, that we hope that he can do. Uh let's see, anybody else? I mean, Jalen had 8 points today, but like I said, he's sliding down to that third option role that I think he made for. I think he's better to be the third option. Let Spencer, 'cause I think Spencer to me is playing kind of like how Jason Terry was. Like
Yep.
Jason Terry was a second option, but he was coming off the bench.
Yep.
And so that's what kind of what Dinwiddie is. It's kind of like you got two ball handling elite players to one and Luca to handle the first team, and then Spencer to handle the second team, man. So that way you can kind of keep that balance and kind of keep the offense going and stuff like that, man. You had that guy that can carry the offense, and Spencer Dinwiddie that's helping control the second team.
Yep.
But other than that, man, like I said, yeah, Dwight had 0 points too, man. I guess I should have talked about Reggie Bullock in the positives, but yeah. And like you said, with the Dorian Finney, man, Mike Bassick, man. Look, if you're from Dallas, man, y'all know who Mike Bassick is, man. Shout out to Jay. They don't like Mike Bassick. He kind of said one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard in my life when he said that Dorian shouldn't have got that contract, but all Dorian did tonight was give you 14 and 9 and a couple key defensive possessions tonight, man. He was part of that unit that was in the game that helped uh, orchestrate that 19-1 run. So yeah, I hope y'all getting Mike Bassett right now on Twitter, man. I really hope y'all are doing that, man.
Yeah,
You got any other negatives in this game, man?
No, but Mike also went in on the trade as well. I remember that the KP trade saying, "Oh, we only got Dinwiddie and Bertans."
Yeah, and it's funny you said that, King, because there were a lot of people,
Yeah, I
and
told you.
you was on Twitter. There was a lot of people that poo-pooed this trade,
Yeah,
and like I said, I don't know. I don't think I've heard. Well, maybe I think DDP said he was cool with the trade.
DDP said it was more for. So DDP didn't really. He stayed neutral. He said if he feels like it's more for the money and for the future, but he
Which is
didn't.
part of it.
He didn't. But yeah, but I think we're the only folks that said it actually would benefit the team as
Yeah,
far as this year. And
yeah,
I'll
you're right.
stand behind it.
I didn't hear anybody talking about that. I think me, you the only ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Not to
think
toot our
anybody's.
horn, not to toot our horn or anything, but I'm
No,
being
toot
real.
toot our horn, toot it.
You know what I'm saying?
It is
Like
what it
I
is.
don't think I've heard anybody else say that say the same thing. That say what you just said. Nobody was like, oh, I like this trade because I think we were the only one that really broke it down as far as what these players can bring to the table.
Yep.
Spencer Dinwiddie is a better second option compared to KP.
Yep.
He's a guy that can create his own shot, and we saw it tonight. The dude is clutch. He's done it before in Brooklyn. Like I said, take out this year with the Wizards. You take that out. That whole situation was trash.
Yeah.
Everybody in that's why they had so many trades this year during the trade deadline, man, because the whole situation was trash. And those guys will play with a player like Luka, man. And for him to get be in a better situation here, like it bodes well for him and for Bertans.
I'll say this, bro. KP's potential from what we saw in New York and all seemed like it was going to be higher than Spencer Dinwiddie's potential as far as
it did.
Players.
It did.
But I'm not sure Kristaps Porzingis, sorry, that guy, ever at his peak has been better than Spencer Dinwiddie. If we're just purely talking about their peak and what they're able to do for a team and all, I think Spencer Dinwiddie might have gotten to the better player. He just didn't make the All-Star team because of his positioning and not making it and all. But KP never took the Knicks to the playoffs. Not at all. Nope. So Spencer Dinwiddie did that. I just think he may be just a better second option in general, like you said. And the assists were down because we didn't have to force feed people. We had another guy that can go and make his own bucket on the isolation.
And play faster, bro.
Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie was giving Kevon Looney step back threes and all. Like, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Mid-range shot and one floaters and all like Luka. Like, it was like watching another guy like, oh, you can play like Luka when Luka's not out here playing with the ball.
Yep.
Man, I mean,
like I said, they had that little spurt, man, when he had the 2-man game between him and Luka.
But watching this game in the fourth quarter, I'm not gonna lie, I was probably the most excited I've been all year for the Mavericks because I felt like this is it. Like, this is that potential that we looked at and we're like, what can this offense be? And all that was watching it with all three of those guys able to dribble the ball. Like, I couldn't believe it. We just have three guys on the court at one time that can dribble the ball. It sounds so simple, but it's like, as a Mavs fan, something you never thought you'd see.
Sounds so simple, but it's huge though.
Yeah, like, it's like, man, we haven't seen that in so long, and now we have a time where it's three guys in the clutch, in the crunch time or whatever, that can dribble the ball. That's amazing.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get it to the game ball, man. Who you giving the game ball to the Hornets?
I'm gonna give it to Spencer, man. Started the last game. I was afraid that he may not get it again. I wasn't. I just wanted to give it to him just in case he didn't get it again. But no, he's showing me that this ain't gonna just be the Luka award. It seemed like it's gonna be Luka, JB, and Spencer Dinwiddie award. So I'm gonna give it to Spencer again, man. I'm loving what I'm saying for Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm loving what I'm saying for the guys in general. If we lost, this makes up for losing, I guess, the KP trade, because if KP got us that, we technically didn't lose. So I'm good, man. Like, I'm loving it right now. I love this team.
Yeah, like you said, on two fronts, this trade not only gave us depth, it gave us more offensive options. But if things don't work out and you say you get a trade that you think is enticing, You got those guys you can throw in a trade with those smaller contracts.
Yes,
And
sir.
they're producing more than KP right now. So it'd be easier to move them on their smaller contracts on top of their production
And we
compared to
still
KP.
and we still got first round draft picks.
Yeah, and still got a
Oh,
first round draft pick.
that
Next
we
year is the
didn't
last
give
one we
away.
giving up, and after that you have the rest of them, man. You can play
Yep.
around with it any way you want.
Yep.
All
Mm.
right, bro. Yeah, I'm giving the game ball to Spencer Dinwiddie too, by the way. So yes, sir. Let that fourth quarter come back. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey.
you already know what time it is. It is y'all time of the show. We are taking your questions and your comments. I know y'all got a lot to say. I see the group, I see the chat right now is going off. So we're definitely going to get into that now. So if you guys have any more questions or any more comments, go ahead and get them in now, guys. And here we go. King, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. All right, man. Brunlaw says, thank you, Nico. Wizards fans were laughing at the trade at first. Bet they're not laughing now, especially after looking at the injury list before each game for the past 3 weeks. Yeah, man. And you know, it's funny too, Reg, man. I've been so on the Score app, you can follow certain players. And one of the players I've been following is KP, so they still got me connected to KP, even though he went to the Wizards. And I get the individual stories and articles on KP or whatever happens with him. And
Mhm.
so they constantly are saying that KP played he didn't have full practice, but he had a 1-on-1. Or KP didn't practice the whole practice, but he practiced for like an hour or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like I'm steady seeing this, and I'm like, KP could debut this weekend against blah blah blah. Oh well, I mean they're not sure now. It's like, bro, like see what I'm saying? This is why we won the trade right here. And like Reggie just said, man, the Wizard fans, I showed you videos of these Wizard fans and these guys who cover the Wizards and all that. They love that trade. They're like, we got rid of these two guys. We got KP. And I'm like, bro, have you been paying attention to KP this season?
Yeah.
Like we said, Spencer Dinwiddie had this one little bad stretch right here with the Wizards this year. He just got to the Wizards this year. He had this little tiny little stretch. Let's look at what he done before he left the Wizards, before he got to the Wizards. That's more of a huge sample size compared to this one little small stretch of time he's been with the Wizards.
Yeah.
Bertans, same thing. This dude for his career has shot anywhere from low 40s to mid 40s on threes. He had this one bad year where he shot in the low 30s. He has a bigger sample size compared to this year. And so with KP, you have a bigger sample size of you not staying healthy.
Yeah.
So we won a trade. Like I said, like, bro, you still ain't played yet. That trade happened 18 years ago, and you still ain't played. You got Spencer out here carrying the team right now. What are you doing?
Spencer was offered to take like 20 games off this year.
Yeah.
Let's give credit to Spencer Dinwiddie, guys. He was offered by the Wizards to take about 20 games off this year, and he said no, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to come try to help the team out to try to win, and so he was coming back, sooner than others as far as going back and having to get himself back acclimated and all to playing NBA or just playing professional NBA or basketball. And now, he's gotten back into the groove now, and we got him. So the Wizards have given up John Wall and gotten KP. So good luck with you guys. One of my future goals in life is to hopefully one day buy the Washington Wizards, man. I'm from Baltimore, so I want to move them back here, and hopefully I can have better luck with them than they do. So y'all got that on this show right now. Hopefully one day in about 20 years or so, y'all got me owning that team, and I can make it better than this. Y'all can root for us over on the east side.
Hey, man, give me a job, man. Give me a
I got
job,
you.
Bro.
I got you.
Already. All right, man. Queen said hashtag Glow Gang. Yes, sir. Glow Gang in the
GG's,
building.
babe. Love you.
And my baby says go Mavs. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, babe. I love you too.
MFFLs.
Already. All right, man. Johnny B, what's good, man? Said Glow Gang, what up? Yes, sir, man. He had this one to follow that up. He says, I'm gonna say this again. Respectfully. Y'all sure JB is worth $20 million a year? King, you wanna touch that one?
Yes, I still believe he's worth $20 million a year. I still think so. This is what I think. You said earlier that Spencer Dinwiddie is our clear cut number 2. I don't think that's how it's gonna rock. So I think now JB and Spencer are now like 2A, 2B. So they'll go back.
Who do you trust more?
I mean, Spencer is already that dude as far as taking a team to the playoffs. So I'm going to trust Spencer.
You saying JB's gonna eventually grow into that?
My thing is that I think everybody keeps, grading JB as if he's already that guy. I think JB is emerging into that guy. So he's not already that dude already. His stuff is going to happen, but I think JB's worth $20 million. We watched JB play without Luka by himself against a bunch of different teams and was dropping buckets. So yes, JB, he's worth $20 million. The issue again, we wouldn't even have this conversation right now if we did not have Tim Hardaway's contract on the books.
Yep.
I don't think anybody we'd be like, okay, sign JB and go get a big man.
We'll see this offseason, man. We'll definitely see this offseason. Sonic, what's good, man? He says, so here's a hot take. I've heard stories that in 2011, the Mavs clicked with Rick, let go and let Kidd start being the floor general. How long till we start giving Kidd credit for 2011 over Rick?
It's a hot take. What, Rel, is that? He said that's a hot take.
He says a hot take, but we said that.
He knew to the channel.
Yeah, Sonic, you must be new. Listen, we've been said that. I think King was the first one. He was the one that advocated it first.
The flow offense is Jason Kidd pushing the ball when Rick Carlisle gave him freedom. So I said already, why are people calling Jason Kidd a bad coach if Jason Kidd was one of the main coaches that was helping us win the championship back in 2011? I said that I said that on one of the first episodes we had as far as me and Rel together on this show. Good point, though, Sonic. Not saying it's a bad point, but I'm just letting you know we have talked about that on this show. And yes, I do give Jason Kidd credit for that 2011 championship. He's one of the few point guards that were able to coexist with Rick Carlisle.
But let's not forget, it was rocky at first until Rick Carlisle had to finally swallow his pride and finally hand over the keys to Jason Kidd and let him do his job. Which, like you said, Sonic, that's the reason why they won the 2011 championship, because he finally stepped back and let Jason Kidd, who was a future Hall of Famer at the time, to do his job. Like, the guy is known for orchestrating teams, man. Like, this dude led the Nets to the championship back-to-back years with no superstar on that team. And so you have to let a quarterback like that, man, do his job, man. And so, like you said, 2011, they switched to a flow offense, which Kidd was the orchestrator of, and that's what it led to, man, the 2011 championship. So you're right.
Here's a hot take, Sonic. Jason Kidd has less MVPs than Steve Nash, but he's better than him.
That's fact, bro. That's fact. That's not even a question. I take
you go. It's people that say, I'm just letting you know some of that stuff. It depends on if you're watching it with the eye test. We know Jason Kidd could have got an MVP. He should have got one, I think.
He should have got one in 2003. We already talked about that.
Yep. But stuff happens. So it doesn't – the MVPs don't always matter. Kobe got his one MVP. Shaq got his one MVP. It doesn't always matter. Just we know from watching it. I watched J. Kidd be an orchestrator of a championship team. So he gets credit for that championship win. It's not like he was just riding the bench.
Exactly. All right, man. See what we got next. Euro Chuck Norris. What's up, man? He said it seems the Mavs are facing either Utah or Memphis in the playoff. Which team does Dallas want in a 7-game series? I've been wanting Memphis, but it looks like it's going to be Utah. We talked about that on the last video. We got to get home court advantage, man. We got to get home court advantage. Utah won again tonight against the Phoenix Suns, which kept the lead at 2.5. So we're gonna need them to lose, man. We played Utah again twice at home, by the way. The next 2 games are gonna be at home, so I should be a positive. But we do pretty well at home. But if I had to choose, I don't know what's going on with Memphis. Memphis have a chance to be number 2 in the West. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. I told you we had a chance to still be number 2 if we didn't lose the games. Being that we had to play Golden State and all, as I said, still twice and all, like it's still the Mavericks just go and drop duds at the wrong time.
Wrong time, bro.
It's just always what it is. It's like
you say Orlando and OKC. That what you said?
Man, if we wouldn't have lost those, man, like we'd be in hunt for the 3rd or 2nd seed still. And we'd be like, oh, it's still a possibility. We just beat Golden State. We'd be a game closer to them with the tiebreaker right now.
Because we would turn around and lose those games, and the team we're trying to catch will win.
Yep.
So then the league will balloon back up. It's like, God dang it, man. Yep. Right now we're tied with Denver just won. So we're tied, but technically we have the tiebreaker because we won the season series against the Denver Nuggets, which is the only reason why we holding them at arm's length right now.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's see. Johnny B says, but besides that, this is the best win of the season, man. Hey, we ran that back, King?
I ain't saying it, man. I'm going to let it be.
All right. Dinwiddie won this game. Game. Let like read it for us. hold on. Is that
I
Red
don't
Dot?
know. I don't
He
know.
said, "I'm so glad Kid let them play and let Luca sit till crunch time. Great coaching move." Yeah, you know what, Johnny? That's right. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. When they went on that run, I was scared that Kid was gonna put Luca back in just to put him back in. And like you said, that was a great coaching move by Kid. You
Yep.
let this team that's orchestrating this run, let them continue that, man, until they stumble. Because right now they're hot, and then they end up getting it down to 93 to 94. Then is when he put Luca back in the game. So I agree with you 100%, Johnny. That was a great coaching move, man. Sometimes it's the small things, man, that can let you know how good of a coach is. What you think, bro?
Yeah, he waited for the mess up. So they were going on that run, and I think Josh Green they came down and and gave a foul.
Yeah.
When it was a questionable foul as well, but
Oh, it was a lot. Oh my God.
he's
Yeah.
not getting them calls yet. But he got the foul, and that's when Jake Kidd decided, they're about to go back up. They're going to score again. Let's go ahead. As long as the team was putting numbers on the board and the other team wasn't, they won that run.
Yeah.
He kept Luke out, which was a smart move to do. Let the guys keep running. And then when Luka came back in the game, the worry that he may, mess the game up or mess the flow up, he fit right back into it.
Yeah.
And Spencer Dinwiddie doing what he did made the game so much easier for Luka to close. Like Luka became the
Yes.
closer. He was out there calling for free throws to make the free throws and close the
Clutch
game and
free
all,
throws.
man.
Clutch
I'm
free
like,
throws.
go
Yes.
ahead, Luka. He's holding the goose up, making free throws and all. I'm like, go ahead, Luka, man. I know he felt happy. Spencer Dinwiddie, I know today probably got himself a dinner, or he probably about to hang out with Luka for his birthday right now. They about to go party it up because Luka got himself somebody. And I think the day he found out, I got another guy.
Finally
Yeah.
got that man a guy, man. That's all we've been asking for. Get him a guy.
Yep.
All right, man. Johnny B says that second unit with Bertans, Green, Dinwiddie, Doe, and JB brought all the back. He said I almost kicked a hole in the screen. Man, Johnny, listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was mad too when they kind of routed off. I think it was like 6 points. I was kind of like, okay, they might go on a little run here. Let's cut it. I think they cut it down to like, was it 12? I think. And then that's when I was like, okay, they might do something here, man. They might do something. I thought that's when they were gonna. I think the Ghost State called a timeout. That's when I thought Dallas was gonna put Luca back in, but they kept that same unit out because, like I said, they had cut it down to 12 at that time. And so then after that, that's when it really went on that run, man. And yeah, like I said, it's one of those games, man. It frustrated. This is why we should call them the roller coaster Mavs, man. They do this so many times. It's like, bro, y'all played bad for like 3 quarters almost, and then all of a sudden the fourth quarter is like, okay, now you finally start to turn it on. You finally start to play that defense that we've been seeing you play since January 1st, and then they pulled off the win, man. Almost gave us a heart attack, man. I was gonna be mad they lost this game because now you're falling further and further behind your goal of trying to get home court advantage in the first round.
I felt like they were going to win because they kept clawing back. Like
Yeah.
every time,
They kept having little
Golden State
small
kept
little
running off. They kept getting it back down like
yeah
12 or
12,
11,
yeah
even 8. 8,
yeah
9 or something like that. And I was like, all right, they keep coming back. Like they're gonna go on a run and keep going one of these times, and it happened. I think they got
right
it
at
up
the
to like
right time too.
I think they got it up to like 36-5 or something like that, man. Like the Mavericks were on a ridiculous run going on with that team. Spencer, that's the Spencer Dinwiddie game. Like if Spencer didn't have fans in Dallas before now, he got his fans in Dallas now. This is now the Spencer Dinwiddie game, man. So
Man, shout out to the people who was down on that Spencer Dinwiddie trade. I bet you they loving it now.
watch the jerseys about to be at the arena now. They're
Hey,
gonna
shout out
start
to
getting the
Jay, man.
jerseys.
Shout out to Jay.
Shout out.
All right, man. Dinwiddie coming for JB Star Spot. No,
No,
you know what, Johnny? No.
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 Mm-mm.
Let's keep it how it is. You need a guy off the bench.
Yep.
Let me ask you, Johnny, who do you trust to carry the offense? I know how you've been feeling about JB. You want JB to carry the offense, or you want Dinwiddie to carry the offense? I'm gonna answer that for you. I know you want Dinwiddie, so you keep Dinwiddie carrying the second unit. That way, you have those two guys in Luka and Dinwiddie at all times on the floor carrying the offense. That way, it keeps the motor going. You don't
J-
want to, as they say, blow your load early, man, and then don't have anything left. You want your guys, you want them to kind of stumble, kind of like coincide with each other. You know what I mean? As far as like you have Luka running the first team, then you have Spencer running the second team because you have Dinwiddie Bertans running with Dinwiddie in the second unit. Then you have Jalen running with Luka. Yeah, those four guys kind of controlling both the starting unit and the bench unit.
Yep.
What you think, bro?
I agree with everything you said. I also think JB's playing the two guard. He's playing when he's playing with these guys. He's not playing like the one position. So even when you got Dinwiddie coming off the bench, he's running as the point guard. JB's playing two with whoever he's playing with. And even when them guys are playing together, one of them between Dinwiddie and Lucas playing the point guard, another one's playing the small forward between the basically the point forward. So JB's in the middle playing the two guard when that happens. I think it's perfect. I think like you've been asking for, excuse me, Rel, a guy off the bench like we had all the time that can come in and should be starting.
Yeah.
The Mavericks always have that type of quality player, a guy that basically is a starter that's on the bench and able to just come in and give you instant buckets so that your bench is always hot, so that you
Yes.
don't got to worry about it, the opponent taking over the game when your star goes out. I think Spencer did what he does. And then the most important group that I think most players worry about is the closing lineup. And I
Yep.
think if Spencer Dinwiddie is able to get in that closing lineup with Luka and JB, he'll be perfectly happy doing his job.
And they did that tonight. Like I was telling you, I was like, you got to find a way to get Spencer in that closing lineup, man. And
And
he played. It
they
worked wonders for him tonight, man. Definitely
they
worked
kept
wonders.
Reggie. They kept Reggie in the game, though. I thought, man, I
So we
need
both
Reggie
was
on the
we
court.
both was right then.
Yeah. So remember, I asked you at the end, though. I said,
Yeah.
would they take maybe Maxey out the game and just run it small with Dorian
And,
Finney-Smith as the center? And they ran it as Dorian Finney-Smith as the center.
and I thought they did that too because Maxie was struggling tonight.
Yeah, he was struggling, but also you got to make. And when you playing small ball, you're supposed to make other teams play to you. You're playing it for an advantage. So
Right.
we got to run and all. We can't play slow man small ball. So with them being able to run with a slow man, a small man group, it actually worked. And Dodo was able to play the five, and it was okay because we were making buckets.
Man, you know the perfect big man that would fit with the style you were just talking about. I know Kid wants to play faster. You know the kind of big man that will fit perfect with this team.
DeAndre
Well, I mean, yeah,
Ayton.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting DeAndre Ayton, but I said like a Bam Adebayo.
Absolutely. But Luca loves Bam Adebayo. You see him talking to him and after the games always when they I mean, but that's far away, man. I mean, I
Oh, he did get that contract extension too. So
I would have more faith, or not more faith, but more thought in the Joker joining the team. I told you that
oh
one of the
yeah,
episodes early as
bro,
well
that's a
when I
ring.
told
If
you
we were to get Joker, that's a ring, bro. I
they
guarantee you.
signed. I told you they signed Jamal Murray to that contract, so he's under money now, and Michael Porter Jr. is under contract, so he's injured now. Also, they signed what's his name Gordon to that contract.
Oh
So,
yeah,
so their
yep.
their books are lined up, and if they don't get any better, I'm just saying, like, what can Denver do? Nobody's talking about those moves, but those contracts, they can have two contracts that can be two of the worst contracts in the NBA if the guys don't come back the way they think they're gonna come back, and they have two
Mm.
significant injuries. I'm just
And
letting
Murray
you
is
know.
so inconsistent too, bro. That's the
Yeah,
part too.
yeah.
All right, man. Israel says think Kid might start Dinwiddie in the future and bench Brunson. No. Keep it the way it is. Keep it the way it is. Like King just said, you want that guy to be a guy that could start to bring that type of starter type of offensive power off the bench because you need consistency off the bench. Like we all saw in the Utah game, our starting lineup kind of struggled a little bit, besides other than Luca. But then you got this guy in Bertans that can come and carry the offense, man. You need that punch off the bench, man. And Spencer Dinwiddie can do that. Keep the offense the way it is. Keep the rotation the way it is. If you want to combat that, you want to get by giving Spencer more playing time, which is
Yep.
what Kid did today. Because matter
Mhm.
matter of fact, how many minutes? I think Spencer played 30-something minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, Spencer played 31. Yep.
Yeah,
Spencer
yeah.
played
See, he
31, Luca played 37, and Jalen Brunson played 32.
played. I want to say he played 27 minutes, 28 minutes, or 27 minutes last game.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? So that's what you do. Just give him more minutes because you don't have to necessarily start, but you're getting starter minutes, which is what they used to do with Jason Terry
Bro,
and Vince Carter, guys like that. You necessarily don't want them to start. I mean, you want them to start, but you know what I'm saying. Like, okay, don't come off the bench, but you're giving them starter minutes, so
bro,
you got to be able to affect it the same way if you were starting.
the matchup I want y'all to watch for the rest of the year is Davis Bertans and Maxi Kleber.
Oh,
Maxi
so you think
Kleber
it's gonna be an either or thing?
Maxi Kleber played 18 minutes today. Davis Bertans played 21. I'm just telling you, we got a lot of guys that do the same type of stuff, and we want Maxi to be able to knock down shots. If we got Dodo that's able to play against bigger guys like All I'm saying is not to say Maxi's a bad player, but when you're trying to get guys and go for other fish and all like y'all talking about, you need to give something up. So you see that? I'm just saying, Maxi Kleber got less minutes than Davis Bertans today. Just
I
watch
didn't
it.
think about it like that, so you might be right, bro. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of these questions, man. Clarence, what's good, man? He said, "What's up,
What's up,
guys? How
Clemson?
y'all doing there?" He said, "Spencer Dinwiddie gave us that fourth quarter spark." Yeah, man. Like I said, it's what we talked about, man. We finally got a guy that can create his shot as much as Luca can, and he showed that tonight, man. And the thing I like about Spencer Dinwiddie, just like Luca, he can score at every level on the court.
Yeah,
Like, and you see the dude, he taking dudes off the dribble and rolling up like two cats at a time, bro. And that's what you
mhm,
need. You need a guy that when Luca's on the bench, he can carry the large bulk of the offense,
yeah,
and that's what Spencer Dinwiddie could do. He did it in Brooklyn.
yep.
I'm telling y'all, go back and look at Spencer Dinwiddie in Brooklyn. You're welcome.
I agree. That go look at Spencer Dinwiddie in Brooklyn.
Yes. All right. Johnny B says, so off season, do you trade or do you keep new guys? Nico keeping the new guys.
Yeah,
Nico
I
keeping
mean,
the new guys.
you trade
Um,
him only
that's
for
like,
a big fish. I was gonna say only for a big fish.
yeah, yeah.
If
Like
you
now, if
guys,
they say like you can get Kawhi or something. Yeah, you trade them.
I mean,
But
we might have assets. Y'all, the question going to be after this year, if like Zach Levine says he wants to be free, do y'all want to trade for Zach Levine? If Spencer Dinwiddie keeps playing like this and you got JB and all, are you willing to give all those guys up for Zach Levine?
and it's kind of like what you said. Spencer Dinwiddie is cheaper.
Yep, that's the conversation I was having before. Do you want to give up more of your team for a guy that can get buckets, but maybe not do the other things that you need on the team more than getting that many buckets, if that makes sense. So you may just need on a guy to get 20 to 25 instead of a guy that gets 25 to 30, but the guy that gets you 20 to 25 gets you 5 rebounds and 5 assists. You see what I'm saying? So that's
Plus,
going to be the big question.
plus you have Spencer already under contract,
Yep.
whose last year is not 100% guaranteed,
Hmm.
and then that way you can use that money to focus on a big guy.
Yeah.
I think y'all heard us say some of the options this offseason are going to be free agents. So you can focus all your attention on that because now you have your bench, you got your second guy, you have continuity, you already got your superstar. The one thing you're missing is that guy in the middle. And a lot of those guys that we kind of mentioned, like a Mitchell Robinson, a Robert Williams III, DeAndre Ayton, these guys are anchors in the middle as far as not only they can produce in the middle, but they can play defense too. So you'll have that anchor in the middle along with that defensive perimeter guys that you have, man. That's going to elevate your defense even more to where instead of you arguably being a number one defense, you can be the number one
The number
defense
one
if you
defense.
get a guy like one of those guys in the middle, man, to anchor your defense. So yeah, not I don't want to trade the new guys right now, man. Like I said, you don't have to really trade anybody unless like you say you trying to like King said you trying to get one of those guys that just named off or something, man. You probably see what you can do with that. But yeah,
Yeah, I think you guys are gonna get your wish though. I think JB's gonna get traded this offseason. If
I,
if Spencer Dinwiddie keeps playing the way he's playing, they're gonna you have to. You gotta give up, you
they're not
gotta
going to
give to
be
get.
hesitant to move him if Spencer keeps playing like this.
Yeah, they're gonna do a sign and trade and they're gonna use his money to get someone else. So that then you can use maybe a so I'd trade like a JB, Tim Hardaway Jr. and a Bertans for a quality big guy. I trade all three of them for a quality big
You
guy.
said Bertans. That's shooting though, man. It's
So
hard
these
to get in the
okay,
NBA.
so you're gonna give up Maxi Kleber? One of the two. That's what I'm saying. One of the two is gonna have to go. For if we want a quality big man, and plus Aiden is gonna be a max contract guy. You
Mm-hmm.
have to trade like I said, JB,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a Bertans or a Maxi Kleber, and you're gonna try to trade Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. If you can try to trade all three of them, I'm fine. Because if you get rid of Maxi, you still got Bertans. I told you look out for one of them. I think it's gonna be one or the other. If you
Yeah,
trade Bertans, you got Maxi. Okay. I don't
Bertans might have more value.
he might, but I don't think either one of them. I think they both have value in different ways, and either one of them we can work with it. Like it's not. I think we can still work with it if we get a big man. Like I think that big man and glaring that middle, that hole or whatever will help out with a lot of other stuff that are weaknesses. Like it'll cover things up. So I'm willing to get rid of that trade if Spencer Dinwiddie keeps playing the way he's playing for a big guy. I think that'd be perfect, and I think our team will be and still a championship level team.
All right, man. Johnny B says I. Oh, what was that way? Johnny B says I
Yeah, that's
think
right.
Chris should get some minutes when he's back. I think he can help our lack of a big man. Yeah, definitely add more depth. He gonna have to come with consistency though, man. Like
Yeah.
ever since he got that contract, he just ain't been consistent, man. We definitely got to come with consistency.
I think we're trying to play smaller though, in general. I think
Yeah,
we're
he'll
running away
fit
from
perfect
that.
in that. He'll fit perfect in that if you're trying to
Yeah, I
play
think,
small.
but I don't think he can shoot as good as like Maxi and them. I think they're going to start. I think
He
the
can
Mavericks.
shoot, but nah.
Yeah, I think the Mavericks are going to start just playing small though. I think they're going to accept that they don't have a big man in the middle, so they have to adjust their game to playing without a big man in the middle. So I think they're going to start playing even smaller now, like we've been seeing recently.
Bo Beasy. My baby said glow gang. Yes, ma'am. Love you
GG's.
back. All right, man. Clarence says, guys, do you think some of the teams we face are gassing out Luca during the first half? Then they attack him during the second half? Um, maybe, but now I think that Luca has finally seen tonight that he does not have to be the guy.
Yeah,
Like Luca got now what we well not just us as fans. Well, I feel like deep down he's kind of felt like if I just had that one more guy that can just do some of the stuff that I can do, and now he has that, and it showed. Like I think King touched on it in the beginning of the video. He didn't look run down in the fourth quarter today because you had another guy that was carrying the team. Like you know what I'm saying at a near elite level, like we've been saying.
he
So
got to sit. He got to sit and get rest.
yeah, he got to sit the way we've been talking about. We wish he would be able to sit to be refreshed for the fourth quarter. And now you
Yep.
got a guy that can do the same things that you can do, not near level like him, because Luka's like a top 5 player in the league. But y'all know what I'm saying. And so you have a guy now that can carry that team while you can actually sit on the bench and rest. Not one of them little I'm gonna sit down. We just lost a lead. Let me get back up. I just sat down for like 30 seconds. Didn't even get on top of my shoes or anything, or put my little jacket on or whatever. Now you got a guy that can do that. And so uh normally that I would say that clearance, but tonight, man, it showed that Luka didn't have that case tonight, man. He actually got to kind of rest and take over the way he's supposed to take over in the fourth quarter. Having another guy help carry the offense. What you think,
Yeah.
bro?
Like you said earlier, I think this is probably a turning point for the Mavs. Like what I saw tonight is something that's about to happen. Like I think it's trouble for the league if what I think is about to happen is about to happen, and it looks like it's happening with Spencer Dinwiddie being the guy that can help Luka out. On this game, they kept harping all game. I don't know. You don't listen to the national one, but Luka is the most double team player in the NBA. So
Yes.
we talk about him being the top 5 player in the NBA.
Oh
If
wait, this is
he's
on national TV tonight.
on national TV, yeah, it was. This is on.
Ooh.
This is ESPN. Yeah, we beat
Oh,
them on ESPN tonight.
even better.
Yeah, that's why I told you these are playoffs are on national TV. Luka's MVP case is not over. He just beat Steph Curry on ESPN. The next game is on TNT or whatever against the Lakers. This MVP case is not over. Spencer Dinwiddie is about to make it easier for Luka Doncic. I told you, Luka was smiling in the fourth quarter, making moves and all to the rim, talking trash to the audience because he was like, that was easy. Look at this. And I'm like, man, that's all Luka needed. Now Luka going to show everybody you can't double team me. It's a reason you wanted to double team me more than anybody else in the NBA. So
Exactly, bro. Alex, what's good, man? He said Dorian Finney-Smith showed a lot of heart tonight.
that's my
You
guy.
talking about the same heart that Mike Bassick said he don't have? You talking about that heart? Yeah,
That's
he
my
did
guy,
show
man.
heart tonight, man. Like I said, great defense down the stretch. Had a nice little 14-9 game. Just in general, he's the heart of the team, man.
Yeah,
So, yeah, you're definitely right, Alex.
he is. He's the heart of the team.
All right, man. Brunlaw says positive. Lucas free throws. Yeah, man. Luke almost made 11 in a row, man, until he missed that very last free throw.
Yep.
Negative, giving up the same 3-point play over and over. Game ball Dinwiddie. Yeah, man. Yeah. But they eventually, bro, law, they eventually held Golden State to 28% on threes.
Yeah.
So we always talk about the two numbers that are key to Mav wins. If you hold the team under 50% and you hold them to shooting either low 30s, high 20s, and they did that today. So that was a key to their defense. I know it wasn't an overall game, but they did it when it counted, which was in the fourth quarter. So yeah, I
They
agree with you on that.
they shut them down, man. Like
They
that
really
fourth
did. Like I
quarter,
said,
man.
19-1 run, bro.
Them numbers that you put up on the screen for Golden State to think they would shoot that low for the game after the way they started the game.
Let's look at that again, King.
Bro, it was 42% and 28%.
42%.
In the first quarter, they were shooting like 60 something from the field and like 70
Yeah,
something from three.
yeah.
and they held them to that. This defense, can we
28% on threes, bro.
stop? Can we just now? Are we officially saying it? Are you saying it? Or is everyone saying it? This Maverick team is an elite defense. Are we officially at that point yet?
To be able to, and the thing about it is like, sometime back in the past, like we had like a couple, like a small defensive spurt. Like, nah, these
Mm-hmm.
dudes can literally turn it on, and when they turn it on, it's over for you. You know what I'm saying? Like to the fact that these dudes were down by 21 points, and they turned the defense up in the fourth quarter and shut them down for a 19-1 run to eventually get it to 94-93. And then, of course, the rest was history after that.
Bro,
So yeah,
it starts with Luka, bro.
yeah,
You notice when Luka not engaged, that's why I get so down on him when he has those games where he's just lackadaisical or whatever. Because when he gets mad and he takes it personal, like getting hit in the lip or whatever like that, and he's like, I'm gonna go play defense and I'm jumping in front of the ball and things like that. The whole
yep,
team is like, okay, Luka, you're playing defense. We gonna go play defense for you, and we're gonna come around and we're gonna do this because you believe we can do it because you're out there still giving your all. So that's why I get on Luka so heavy. But Luka showed the effort after that first basically quarter, first half, we want to say. And
yeah.
then once he turned it on, the rest of the team turned it on, and it was history, man. That's why I'm so high on Luka, because Luka has that Luka magic, as they say, or that magic of making just guys better. That aura, that LeBron, that magic, that Michael.
So you
That
trying to say he got the glow like Show Enough?
Yeah, he got the glow, man. Like Bruce Leroy. So
Bruce Leroy.
these guys are going to
Leroy
get
Green.
contracts. These guys are going to consistently get contracts. I'm going to tell you, players are going to consistently get contracts on this team, and coaches are going to get opportunities from this team because of Luka Doncic.
Working with his offseason, see what Nico do. All right, man. Johnny B says, I still think we should trade Maxey for Laurie.
This past offseason.
This past offseason. King was on that bandwagon.
We didn't even have to trade Maxey. We still had the exception. Yeah. I said we should have went and got Laurie Marketing. I been said that. We okay. It ended up working because we got Bertans.
Yeah.
So
which he's doing what we wanted Laurie to do. Only difference is I think Bertans could put the ball on the floor. We kind of noticed that, but Laurie can put the ball on the floor a little bit more consistently, I guess you could say.
We said
he can flat out score. He can shoot, but he can score too.
We said at the beginning of the year that if KP was making Bertans money at what he was doing, it would be okay. The issue is that he's making $30-something million a year. We have Bertans doing what Bertans is doing for his amount of money, and it's perfectly fine. That's why we're happy.
What he's making, so yeah.
Yep.
I'm still trying to figure out why people said that was a bad contract, but
yeah,
crazy to me. Anyway, Johnny B says, I was one of those guys who thought the KP trade was bad. I also thought Bullock signing was a bad one. I'm currently eating crow still. All three were great additions. Yeah, Johnny, you definitely were, man. You told us to get off your computer screen, man, when you heard us praising those three moves that you just said. At first I was
that Bullock. He was that Bullock.
Yeah. I was Bullock. I was Bullock. I definitely was Bullock. I was just about to say that. I take the blame on the Bullock thing, but I was 100% on KP. My first reaction to KP was he's gone. That's my first reaction. Like, okay, we got him out of there. Okay, now what do we get for him? You know what I'm saying? Because I know we all, as Mavs fans, thought it was impossible to get rid of this guy without tying a first round pick to him. And for Nico to get rid of this guy, to get these two guys that we just got who have been contributing since they stepped on this court for this team, and for half the price on each player, listen, that was a no-brainer, bro.
We got Nico. And Nico, we trust. Y'all get it out there. In Nico, we trust.
We need to start a hashtag in Nico, we trust. We might start that for real, bro.
Kid is a good coach. You start that one. You get your MVP Luka out there, y'all. Come on, man.
Like they need to start pushing the narrative of Kid being coach of the year, man. I have not heard Kid's name out there. You need to start pushing that out there, bro. This is getting ridiculous.
This is the stretch right here. I told you this is stretch is going to define the Mavericks. This stretch out after the All-Star break. This is it.
Johnny B says Bertans is coming for Maxey and Powell's minutes. I don't know about Powell because Powell is pretty much a center. I mean,
I still think
technically Maxey is too, but
he's right. He's coming for both of their minutes because they're going to start playing smaller. That's what I'm saying. They're going to start. That's why Powell went down today. They're going to start playing smaller. I think both of their minutes are in jeopardy. The two best friends. They're two. That's messed up, man. I love Maxey. I don't got no problem with you, Maxey, man. I hope we can find a way to keep you involved, but Yeah, man, Bertans is
Max
going
got
to
to
make
start hitting
Maxi
his shot,
play.
man. He started looking like Bertans out there. You can get your minutes back,
Yeah,
bro. You got to start hitting your shots, Maxi.
yeah.
That's what you're here for, man. All right, man. Johnny B says if the Knicks offer Kimba and Mitchell Robinson in a signing trade for JB this offseason, do you take it?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, but you know what? You can't do that, Johnny, because Kimba, this is his only year in his contract. So they're just gonna play out his contract and
Yeah,
he's a free agent. So I don't know if that will actually work.
yeah. We wouldn't
Like
have to
you just
get
said
that
during
much.
the trade deadline, I would have said yes.
Would you do JB straight up for Mitchell Robinson?
I feel like you asked me this question before.
I may have. I don't know if I'll do him straight up. And
I don't
now I'm
know if
thinking about it.
I need
I don't know if
something
I'm.
else with that.
I don't think I'll do it with Kimba either. I think it would have had to be something else included.
Yeah.
Give me like a Derrick Rose or something like that, and we can give you somebody else with JB. We'll give you
I
JB
just
and Timmy back for Derrick Rose and Mitchell Robinson.
man, that's a good little trade though, Johnny. You threw out there. That's a hard one, bro. Because Mitchell Robinson would fill so many holes, especially on defense, bro. And I think Luka would make him better too.
Yeah, I just want somebody else that can. If we're gonna give up a ball handler, I want some other ball handler back. Just some type of it. Don't even have to be the greatest. Just somebody else that can dribble the ball and do something on your team. That we
Right.
can have.
All right, man. Sonic says, could JB and Spencer be a matchup dependent? Spencer versus long wings and JB versus shorter, faster guards and forwards. Um,
I already told you. I told you 2A, 2B. I told you it depends on like he basically said the matchups and who gets hotter and who's doing what.
Now as far as you mean like as starting, are we talking about?
No, he means like
Just in the
just
flow of the game or
the
whatever.
flow in the game. Yeah, like is a JB matchup dependent as far as you going to him when it's
So
you got a matchup. I mean, he has matchup problems or nightmares on the other side, and then Spencer on the same thing.
I look at it like this. I use this kind of example. So you remember when we had Karan Butler?
Mm-hmm.
So we had Karan Butler in the starting lineup, but Jason Terry was still the second option.
Yep.
I look at it like that. JB is Karan Butler, and Spencer is Jason Terry.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, like
Karan
I
Butler.
said,
Karan Butler could have been. I think he was the second lead scorer on the team, but Jason
yeah,
Terry could have still been seen as the second best player on the team.
yeah. Like I said, it's kind of like we use this example with Golden State, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Andrew Wiggins is the second scorer, but he's the second option.
No.
I think they would probably look at Jordan Poole more as a second option than Andrew Wiggins, and it kind of showed tonight.
What's going on with Jordan Poole though? I feel like Jordan Poole's falling off a little bit.
I don't know. It's like they said they were talking about giving him that 80 million, 4 year, $80 million contract, bro. He just kind of, I don't know. I like Jordan Poole though, man. I think he should fit more of a role. I think they put too much on his plate to me.
JB, maybe that same trade I gave you, Tim Hardaway Jr. and either Maxi or Bertans, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Jordan Poole and what's the boy that hasn't played yet? James Wiseman.
Hold on, say the trade again.
JB,
Mm-hmm.
Maxi or Bertans, and Tim Hardaway Jr. for
For
Wiseman
Wiseman and Poole.
and Jordan Poole, yes, and maybe we give up a pick as well.
Nah,
No, you wouldn't do that. I think I'd do it.
I want some more. I want somebody more established, bro.
As far as like, I got you, but
I don't want. I still feel like Wiseman is a project.
he is, but can you? Do you think he can get you 10 rebounds?
I haven't seen enough of him this career.
From enough in this career, I think he can get his 10 rebounds. I take him. I think he can get his 10 rebounds.
But the other guys I named off can guarantee you 10 rebounds, though.
Yeah, but it's going to be harder to get those guys. I'm feeling like what I'm saying is, say James.
No, I see what you're saying, though.
And then Jordan Poole start going. Like I think Jordan Poole could be on that same level as JB. If he start losing his confidence and all, like Jordan Poole could be nice. So if you can possibly get them to throw him away because they don't have the space for him and take the pick with Tim Hardaway Jr., JB, and then one of the other guys, and then get the possibility of what's his name? Not Wiggins. I keep wanting to say Wiggins. Wiseman.
Wiseman,
who was still the second pick in the draft. Like Wiseman still has. I think Wiseman's game of what they wanted him to be and what he's supposed to come to in the league would fit Luka's game like amazingly. If he is that guy of what they think, the rim roller, then
Yeah,
the guy that can pop as well, that blocks at the rim and gets rebounds. Like we talk about Miles Turner, like Wiseman is like a more athletic freak of Miles Turner.
minus
He's
threes.
raw. Yeah, he's less threes right now. Like he still hasn't established that part of his game yet, but he shoots him though. I've seen him shoot him enough in his rookie year. He be shooting them.
All right, man. We got a lot more coming in, bro. Let's get into these rest of these questions here. Jilly Put, what's good, man? He said, besides a true big man, what is our other biggest weakness?
That's really it.
Um,
If Spencer Dinwiddie keeps playing the way he's playing, if Spencer Dinwiddie solidifies his role as what he's doing right now, that's the only weakness.
yeah, because we always a number two. But if you don't want to focus on a number two right now, you got like King said, you got Spencer. That way you can put all your chips in the middle on the big guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we just named off a few of them that are going to be available this offseason, man. You can probably go focus on them. You got your wing depth. You got your legit scoring off the bench. You got your second option. Um, you got your ball handlers, all that stuff. You just really need to focus on the big man, and I feel like that's really our biggest weakness, man.
In the NBA right now, you only need two players that look like to win a championship,
Yeah.
and we got one player that's a possible top five player, and then we got another two players that can possibly fill the number two role. So as I said, a 2A, 2B. So right now it's the big man.
All right, man. Lyles is good, man. He says, "What's up, gentlemen? So far, we are 1-1. How do you think the rest of the road trip will go?" I think they're gonna kill the Lakers.
Yeah, I said 4-2 at the beginning.
What I
Then you
say?
said why not? You said 5-1.
Okay.
I said why not? They could even go 6-0. You're right, but I'd be happy. Like I said, I'm mad at anything worse than 4-2. I think to be a
Oh,
good team, we should go 4-2. But we can go 5-1. We just beat the goat. The team I was the most worried about was them. Like I think we owe Utah something, and
oh
then
yeah, we go down.
the Lakers. Like I'm not worried about the Lakers. Like we should
Nah,
beat the
not
Lakers. They're one of them teams where now if you don't beat them, they're like OKC in them. Like why didn't we beat them?
I think that was gonna run them out the gym too, bro.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And I think Spencer's gonna have another good game and run him up and down the gym.
Yes, sir. Sonic says good stuff about Kid Rick in the 2011. Been watching just a couple months for lack of live post game shows. I gracefully give y'all credit. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, bro.
I'll give you credit. Good
Yeah,
point.
thank you for watching us, bro. We definitely appreciate that, bro. All right, man. My baby says, my bad, man. I love you too. Fantastic show as always, gentlemen. Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. We got Bro-in-law said Baltimore Wizards. Okay, King. He said
Not
make it happen. Say bro-in-law. He said we gotta be at this at his first game as governors. Yeah, man. As governor. Yeah, I told him, man, I want a job. He gotta do me like Dirk, man. I want to be honorary. What a Dirk's job, man? I just want to be in the building, man.
Advisor or whatever.
Yeah, advisor or
Special
something like
advisor.
that, bro. That's what I want to be, bro.
Now
Definitely want to be that.
they used to be the Baltimore Bullets, and then they took them and made them the Washington Bullets at
Yeah.
first, and then they used to play one game here in Baltimore a year, and then they took that away, and then they became the Washington Wizards. So yeah,
Dang.
and then like the fan base, like DC doesn't really watch basketball, like they don't really do sports really that much at all.
So y'all kind of like LA.
So yeah,
Well, except for the Lakers,
basically,
come on. Like Miami, I should say.
but
Miami don't
yeah,
do basketball like
they
that.
don't really do. They just got people to watch. Like it's a bunch of, I guess, like commercial work and all. So guys aren't really there as far as having a team watching basketball or sports. So like the Orioles run it as far as most of the fan base for the Nationals in baseball. Um, the Redskins have their fans because they were before the Ravens, but the Ravens are there. And then like the basketball team, like the Wizards, you can always get tickets to the Wizards games and all. So they're just there, man. I'm hoping I can do it one day. I really do wish I can do that. And I definitely got you, Reggie. I got you, Rel, too, if it happens, man.
Yes, sir. He said Israel. He says JB 31 minutes, 31-40. He said 44%. He said for
Yeah,
31 minutes he shot 44%. I guess is what he was saying. And then when he
yes,
played 31 minutes and shot 71%.
71%. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Spencer's a different beast, man, compared to JB, man. We've kind of touched that already. So yeah, that's definitely true. VIP was good, man. Said great comeback. Good morning from what's the city again?
Ljubljana.
Yeah,
Ljubljana.
Dang, it's 6:25 over there, man.
Hey, good
Yeah, man, go
morning.
eat your breakfast and stuff, man, and come back
Yes,
to us, man.
we always appreciate you, VIP.
Yeah, appreciate the VIP. He said Starbuck. He said I would draft. He said I would draft day trade TSJ in first pick to move up in the draft and get trade exceptions. So, but with that though, if you're talking about doing that, the team gonna have to want Tim Hardaway because right now he's hurt, and then he hasn't really been producing the way that people thought that he would produce this year. So if you're talking about trading him for draft capital, that's gonna we got to see how that goes, man. I could probably see a second round pick. I don't know about you getting some nice little first round pick out of Tim Hardaway with his contract and his production, man.
I like that Starbug, but I'm gonna throw a different name in there. Would you trade JB for a not even and a first round pick? Could you trade JB and your
Like
first
a low
round
first,
pick for another first round pick?
like a low first.
Yeah, to get a higher up the board, like he said. So your first round pick of this year with Jalen Brunson, they move up the board.
Oh, I don't know. What
Hey, I
can that
told
get
you,
you?
Nico and them. Hey, talk to me. I'm like Bob
I can't.
Harris over here, man.
Bro,
I'm telling you.
I can't wait to the off season, bro. I just want to see what Nico gonna do, bro.
JB and our first round pick to move up the board. Why
Okay,
wouldn't
yeah, I definitely can't wait to see what Nico do this off season. Oh, we got a lot of questions. All right, let's get into these, bro.
you?
Try to run through these. So let's play small and fast and efficient. Yeah, that's the way they've been playing. ESPN is finally working.
They
Oh, you
started
right?
Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson is giving Luca love since Luca came and talked to him that day about the Philadelphia game, gave him shout outs on the TikTok and all that. Like Richard Jefferson stays giving Luca love now, and I appreciate it, Richard.
Yeah,
Former
Richard.
Mav, former Mav. Big
Yeah,
dunk
he's
never
a fun.
counted. That didn't
Yeah,
count
yeah.
before.
Oh my god, I want to talk about that dunk, bruh. He said the Mavs went on a 19-1 run against the Golden State Warriors with Luke on the bench and Curry in the game. That's insane. Yeah, man, we touched on that earlier, man. That Spencer Dinwiddie led unit, man, did their thing. All right, VIP said, how much of you play active basketball in serious competition? Is KP already played for the new team? No, he has not, VIP. No, he has not.
I
Now,
used to
that
play
trade
rec
went
league.
down 2 weeks ago, and this dude still hasn't played not one game yet, man.
I played in the rec league before VIP and won the championship.
Yeah,
So
I played a bunch of
I ain't
leagues around
nothing special.
Dallas. I played in school, so yeah.
I ain't special, but I'm right now. I'm about 6'4", about 250. I'm a big boy right now. I used to be a skinny dude back in my youth. We had to play a little bit under the rim and all, shoot a shot, play make.
And King said he had a better post game than KP. So
I did. I had a
yeah, there
better
you
post
go.
game KP.
Everybody had better game than post game than KP. He said when you took the that 2 point lead, I saw it in Golden State team and in the building they were defeated mentally. Yeah, man. He said Luca knew it, smelled blood, and went for the jugular. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're
Luke,
supposed to do, man. Go for the jugular, man. You put that foot on that throat. You already got that lead or whatever. Like you said, they put Luca back in there, and him and Spencer Dinwiddie were tag teaming out here like it's WWE out here, and
yeah.
put that work in and pulled the win off.
Luca got them cold blooded veins, man. In the fourth quarter, that guy does not get like. I feel like his percentage goes up. Like if he was in 2K, his badges in the clutch, it'd be some of the shots that just be looking easy in the fourth quarter. He's coming off and
Yeah,
just like, oh, here you go. I need a bucket. We need a bucket real quick.
yeah.
There's a three for you, and it's just like nothing but net. And I'm like, damn, Luca, what was that all game and all when we needed it? But
They,
yeah,
they,
man,
they pulled it out of Luca. Remember, that was really they were beating him up out there. Referees wasn't
man,
calling nothing. Fans out there trying to heckle him. He said, "Okay,
the
all right,
the
bet." We saw
Mavericks
him. He
were.
said when he wiping that blood off his mouth. We said, "Okay,
Oh, yep. That's what I say. He takes it personal. I
take it
love that. I
personal."
wanted to find that out about Luca. If he took it personal, we found it out this year that
Oh,
he
we said
said
it
he
so
took
many
it
times. He's
personal.
done that.
Yes, but also Luca. In the fourth quarter, I feel like they were down by 5. I want to say, and Luca was going to the free throw line, and the Golden State Warriors fans were leaving the building. They have Steph
Yep.
Curry on their team, who is the most dangerous 3-point shooter there is, and they were leaving the building down 5. Go ahead,
Yep.
Luca. Now.
RCA, big up, glow gang. Yes,
What
sir,
up,
man. What's
RCAGGs?
good, RCA? VIP says LA and LeBron are in big problem. He says Sheriff Luca coming to LA. Yeah, man, we gonna go and get that dub. Shout out to Daryl, man. Shout out to Daryl.
It's on
Daryl, we coming for that.
TNT, national TV.
Daryl, we coming for that dub, man. We're letting you know that right now, man.
Hopefully, Daryl can join us for that show, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Daryl can join us for that show. Jay, what's good, man? He said Jordan Poole works best when when you aren't dependent on him to be the consistent, which is why I think Ford got 80 million is too much for him. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I don't know about that one. He said, excuse me, if he gets 20 million, I don't want to hear anything else about THJ contract.
Yeah, I think Jordan Poole's better than Tim Hardaway Jr. though. I think I'd take him over him to fill the role that we need. One and two, I wouldn't have gave Jordan Poole that $20 million because Jordan Poole didn't do anything yet. That was my issue with it. Like, yeah, he was coming in hot for this year and all, but he didn't have a playoff experience to do anything. Like, he had nothing yet other than a little bit of a
To
stretch.
build off of that with
Yeah,
that
like
contract.
they gave him $20 million too fast. I feel like,
I don't know, but
especially with Clay coming
there's a
back
lot
and
to
them
unpack on
knowing they
that
wouldn't have
comment
put
they
Clay
just
back
made.
in there.
Mm.
Like, they knew they wanted to play Clay again. So why would you give him $20 million? Golden State's not that great of a franchise. They just left up and got Kevin Durant, man. Y'all remember they booed their GM and all when they were bringing them into the building and all that. I remember all that.
Yeah,
When they were retiring Tim
I'm about
Mullen,
to sleep on that one.
Chris Mullen
Johnny B
jersey
said,
and
I
all that.
still want Mo Bamba. Luca could make him look incredible.
Maybe another raw prospect.
Yeah,
Still would
he's
rather
super
have
raw.
Mitchell Robinson.
I want somebody ready right now. Like I said, we named those three names off. Give me a Mitchell Robinson, a Robert Williams III, or a DeAndre Ayton. One of those type of guys, man, that I know for a fact if you get them in here, what they're going to do. We've seen them on a larger sample size compared to Mo Bamba, who was like a third string center for the Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you get him, man, he gonna have to be like Moses Brown or something, bro. Like I don't want to count on him to be our starting big man.
I'm only giving up Tim Hardaway Jr. for him.
Boy, Tim Hardaway name been thrown around today, boy. I see you,
We
King.
don't need him.
I know. I
It's
100
just that
percent
we just. It's not even. I think Mo Bamba's a better player than him. It's that Mo Bamba fits more of what we need right now. So I'd give up Tim Hardaway Jr. for Mo Bamba. I'd do it straight if they did it.
Damn. Matt fans happy today. Yes, we are. He said thanks to King and Real. Appreciate that, man. We definitely appreciate that. And these are the last two questions. He said, I'm coming to Dallas and Baltimore this year. Y'all got to show me wins since good food spots. Oh yeah, Dallas got a ton of good spots. Johnny B, man, I got a list. Me and my girl keep we stay on Yelp, man, with them restaurants and stuff, man. I definitely got some spots.
Same here, brother. I got you. Definitely let me know, Johnny B.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man.
Happy
And happy
birthday.
birthday to Luke. Oh yeah, up. Not quite officially here yet, but
It
yep,
is
happy
here
birthday
to
to
the
Luca,
baby goat.
the baby goat, man.
Yes,
Happy birthday to him. All right, man. Whew, man, we had a good one tonight, King.
sir.
We had a lot of people tonight watching tonight, man. We definitely appreciate you guys hopping on tonight, guys, joining us for this huge win for the Mavs tonight as they win 107 to 101. Of course, guys, if you're brand new to the show, you're brand new to the channel, do us the biggest favor of all favors and hit that subscribe button, guys. We finally made it to half of 500. Our first goal is to get to 500, and King said our next goal is to get to that elusive 1,000,
What
man.
the
So we're
hell?
definitely on our way. We're like I said, we're slowly but surely getting there. And with your subscriptions, guys, that can definitely help us reach our goal. We're trying to grow this Mav community here. The Glow Gang, as you see guys mentioning here in the comment section, the Glow Gang group. We definitely want to try to help grow this community, guys. If you are a huge Mav fan, this is where you should be right here, guys. Talking math with us. We just a couple guys who are Mav fans, just like you, man, giving our opinion about this team that we watch every game that they come on. So, well, thank y'all guys for rocking with us. Also, guys, if you enjoyed the content tonight, go ahead and do us another favor and hit that like button. So, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, guys, if you enjoyed the content. And also, if you guys want to get in touch with us, you want to comment and talk about Mavs at all times, you already know what to do. Hold on, King. Let me move this out the way. Bam, here we go. You got We Talk Mavs on Twitter, guys. Please follow us on our Twitter. We're becoming active on there and stuff like that too, guys. King's always opinionated. He always dropping something on there, guys. So if you guys want to talk to us and drop Mav questions or comments, or you find something on Twitter, I know a lot of y'all guys are doing that. Y'all tagging us and things y'all see on like little factoids here and there about the Mavs. Y'all can interact with us on Twitter, guys. So follow us on Twitter at We Talk Mavs. King, is there anything else I'm missing?
Definitely take a look at some of our fellow Glow Sun guys. Their shows. We got a We Talk NBA, which shows a bunch of shorts. If you guys don't know, if you watch any type of NBA action other than the Mavs, or just want to know information about it, And then we also have a Cowboys show for all you guys in Dallas, Jay and Will as well. Do some shows, so check them out for the past shows, and they should be doing some more in the future. But check all our shows out if y'all could. Give them like,
Yes, sir.
subscribes, and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Glow Sun. That's how we do it here, guys.
GGs.
GG's. So, with all that being said, guys, it is your boy Real. I got my co-host King, and this is We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Sun Sports YouTube channel. And we will be back on Tuesday as we play the Los Angeles Lakers. Hopefully, we can get Daryl on that show with us.
That's a
So,
late one.
yeah, this will be a late one. So I don't know. We'll see if we can get him on. But we will be back on Tuesday, guys. After that game, same Mav time, same Mav channel. Go Mavs. We'll catch y'all guys here again very, very soon.
Peace.